The approach that was taken to break out the portfolios into thematic groups shows a certain understanding of the nature of the problems we have and the kind of approach that's needed to address the serious challenges facing the country. Also, I think the naming of the portfolios indicates an understanding of the need for a fresh approach. So
bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Isabel Rose. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks to the returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notification bell on. Put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. So my people, in this one, another commentator run out upon the reshuffling of the People's National Party by Mark Golding. And Mark Golding defends his reshuffled shadow cabinet. As well as my people, Pastor defends the church from criticism made by the DPP Paula. Stay tuned for the details of this video, my people. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Remember to go over to my other channel and subscribe over there. Get that channel to 1k. So my people, the whole reshuffling of the People's National Party shadow cabinet by opposition leader Mark Golding has caused quite a stir in the social media spaces, and the streets are talking. Wolipa commentators are come out now. We've seen where Nadine spoke out. I did a video earlier, and that's on the channel, so you can check out that. We also seen where another commentator, Jermaine Barrett, come out and basically, as some people say, they're not sure of this 26-member shadow cabinet and whatnot, and they're not sure how they will perform in the respective new roles that they have gotten. But me have a small clipping of what he said, and I want to take a listen. He also stated that it will take time to see how each of these members will perform.
Many of these persons, we are not sure, for example, the extent to which they will be proficient in the respective capacities that have been assigned to them. No, take Angela Brown-Burke. I hear she has an interest in international affairs and so forth and regionalism, but have we seen her do work? What are the key sort of benchmarks or outcomes that or deliverables that she has produced and the others have produced in their respect? So I think it's extremely difficult to ask a public commentator like myself what do we feel with respect to levels of proficiency and sort of capacities that are to come. We really just don't know, and we're really looking forward to seeing what comes over the next few months in order to pontificate on that. For us to have effectively 26 ministers at this stage, and God only knows how many other state ministers and other sorts of ministers would be in the cabinet. It's unwieldy, it's huge, and whenever we, the executive tinkers with the configuration, and there are some delays and some tardiness with respect to people sort of getting up the learning curve and transitioning to a point of settling and getting back into productive work. I think that we really need to consider, establishing what are the core priorities of the country and establishing ministries that transcend administrations over time and keep it that way fixed.
People know say all of this did expected, because once you're in the public space and you're in a public role to serve the people of your country, right, whatsoever moves or decision you make will be up for some form of scrutiny, and you're gonna have persons who will agree, and then you're gonna have persons who will disagree. And so while we have the commentators them coming out and we have others talking, the opposition leader Mark Golding has defended his 26-member shadow cabinet, with all of the questions them and talks being circulated in the media spaces. And Mark Golding says the feedback to the changes have been positive for the most part, and that he will be paying keen attention to how the members of the shadow cabinet communicates with the public. So, quote unquote, my people, him a say mean business. So he spoke out at, a media party at his West Kings house office, and here's what he told journalists.
I would say the response to it has been very positive, actually, based on the feedback I have received. I've received from diverse sources who feel that the approach that was taken to break out the portfolios into thematic groups shows a certain understanding of the nature of the problems we have and the kind of approach that's needed to address the serious challenges facing the country. Also, I think the naming of the portfolios indicates an understanding of the need for a fresh approach. So, for example, we have citizen security and productivity, looking at the impact that the lack of safety, the high murder rate and the depravity of the crime in the country has on national productivity, which is well known but is not being addressed. Being in opposition, first of all, making your voice heard is a challenge, so we issue releases on a daily basis. Some get coverage, some don't get much coverage, and that's something which we have to keep doing, but that is not sufficient. So we're on the road. I am on the road, and others are on the road. I tour constituencies and parishes. We have rallies. We were having weekly rallies for the last 2 to 3 months after our conference, and it paid dividends, because the last polls that have been published recently, which had us 3% ahead, those polls were done right after the JLP conference, and they didn't get any bounce, and that's because of what we've been doing as opposition on the ground.
Moving right along, and so in this segment, my people, following criticism from the Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula, blaming the church and others, when in truth and in fact, all, not pointing fingers on some, but all must be, held accountable and stand accountable for the whole aspect of crime and violence in the country, and crime and violence against children in particular. And so the church is defending its role in community building. And so the custos for St. James and pastor of the Faith Temple Assembly of God, Bishop Conrad Pitkin, responded saying the church has not and will not retreat from being part of the socializing factor in communities across the country, and insisted that discipline should be first started in the home and then be reinforced by the church and schools. And that I agree with him there, some people. But listen to what he said in its entirety to, the DPP blaming the church and social media.
The church has not abrogated or relinquished or retreat from its sphere of influence and impact on society and on the communities. We need to understand what has happened in the society and the various subcultures that have invaded our society. It would seem as if the expectation is that the church should instill values and also maintain. Values should first be taught in the home. And so where there is a breakdown in family life, you're going to have multiples of problems coming out of that. The church's responsibility is, one, to herald the good news of Christ, and also, where it can and where possible, is to intervene. And again, it was not only the pastors, the teacher, the school teacher used to be a force to reckon with in our society. The respect of a school teacher was paramount. Do we have that today? I say no, we don't. And so between the school teacher, the headmaster, and the pastor in the community, together, they made a difference because it was collaboration and working together. The district constable was another person that was respected in the community. You hear of them, but not in the communities anymore. They're in some police station somewhere doing some desk work. The church is there. You talk about social outreach. Just think if the church was not effective and active in social outreach, what would have happened to our communities? I put it to you that the government could not manage. From what we can gain, our small income, we make sure that dozens, and if you put across the country, thousands have a meal, have a shelter, can go to bed. Their children can get money to help them with lunch and with books. Remove the church from that and you would see the devastation in this country. The church has not retreated and we will not retreat.
So I want to roll out in the comment section, my people, and drop on thoughts and opinions on that one, yeah? Based on everything that was said in this video, wanna make me know what I think. Make me know if the bishop is right or if you disagree with what he said, as well as the opposition leader, Mark Golding. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Go over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Anissa Bell Rhodes. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase, it goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership, you get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. We do notification shout out in each and every video to be a part of that. All you have to do is be the first to comment, like, and subscribe, and you'll be featured in the following video to come. This notification shout out goes to Rex Coley. Big up yourself, Rex Coley. Thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, like up the videos, share out the videos. Get this video to at least 500 likes. Continue to support the ABR movement on the road to 20k. Remember, my people, I have a GoFundMe link for a worthy cause. And if it's laid upon your heart, you can feel free to donate to that GoFundMe. You can also share out the link. And as I say, a small donation goes a far way. Trying to raise some funds in order to help my father with this illness. And so, all those who can come on board and support and help, it's greatly appreciated. Big up to all who donated already. Maximum respect. Stay tuned for more videos. Big up on yourself.